Annmarie, open question. Which of these many off-year elections got your attention?
Virginia was definitely the most important one, not just because of how close it is to Washington, D.C. Many felt potentially this could be a referendum on President Joe Biden, and given the fact that we have seen him struggle in the polls, but also for the fact that Glenn Youngkin really was trying so hard, spent a ton of money, spent a ton of personal time and capital to try to flip Virginia so that both the state legislature, both chambers, the House of Delegates and the Senate, were red. And actually what he has now is a very divided government with Democrats controlling both of those. And the reason why this was so important is because donors were hoping he'd potentially be a last-minute addition for 2024.
Right.
I think the fact that Virginia didn't go fully red, you can park that. But also, what does this mean? He's now a lame duck governor. What does this mean for his remaining 2 years? And then is he going to mull a 2028 bid?
Right. What is the question here about anecdote or fact that the Trump people don't show up if Trump isn't part of the election?
Well, I'm not sure if the Trump people didn't show up. You have to look at some of these races in Kentucky, in Ohio as well, that it was very specific for individuals or measures that they were voting for. What was clear last night, whether or not Trump voters showed up or not, what was clear last night is that abortion is still a key issue for voters. And these aren't just Democrat voters, these are independents as well. So for Democrats looking at November of 2024, they are going to spend heavily, they're going to campaign heavily on abortion. You can see some of the change of tone when they talk about abortion. They're now talking about as a freedom, a right. And this is what the president said yesterday when he released a statement, that he was so happy to see in these election results that Americans once again came out to protect their freedoms. This is how they're trying to shape the discussion when they talk about abortion.